What's going on, guys? Welcome back. Welcome back to another one. Hope all is well. It's a few things to talk about today. We got Kendrick Lamar, Drake. Is their situation finally over? We're going to talk about that. Diddy, Bad Boy Company case dismissed. Tony Busby signed it. And it's a new case on Diddy. John Doe, as we know. So we're going to talk about the John Doe case and something else. We'll do it as we go along. Excuse me. But guys, please give me a like. That'll be greatly appreciated. Coming on in as you watch it, don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe. That helps us out. That'll be greatly appreciated. And join us for these live discussions. And welcome and join us in sometime when you get a chance. Before I get into that, I got to hit you with my trusty disclaimer. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Allowances made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by the copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. This video was made for entertainment purposes and is transformative in nature. Yes, it is. It's transformative in nature, man. It was made for that purpose, entertainment purposes, and might get something out of it. We're gonna get into Diddy's case, and we're gonna get into the Bad Boy Records situation that was dropped. Tony Busby signed it. We're gonna get into maybe Big Meech as well. If you don't know who Demetrius Flannery is, aka Big Meech, he was a leader of BMF. It's called the Black Mafia Family. He did a substantial amount of time in prison, and he is out now, but in a halfway house, but people are questioning how he got out. People are thinking that he may have used someone on his behalf to tell on somebody else. So we're going to listen to the guy that claims that he was affected by this Big Meech situation. So we'll get into that a little bit later. Yes, indeed. How's everybody doing? Rachel, I was just talking to you. Matter of fact, Rachel, you here? I was just talking to you about the Diddy case. I may give you the link here because you had a unique perspective on this situation. You said, if you go to a party and you indulging in stuff and you're going to come back years later. But I have to ask you, I forgot to ask you another scenario though. What happened if your drink was laced? So let me get through I'm going to just do it quickly on the Kendrick Lamar situation. If people don't know how this got started, it's really petty between these two. I'm just going to quickly cover that and go over the news surrounding Diddy's civil case. That civil case against Bad Boy Records has been dropped. It has not been dropped against him yet, and I wonder why. Why was Bad Boy Records? But we'll see. I'll read the paperwork as well on that. Kendrick Lamar recently performed at the Super Bowl, and so Drake and Kendrick Lamar is the biggest beef in recent rap history. It's a fight that has gone miles beyond the usual lyrical martial artistry. There has certainly been plenty of that. It has spurred multiple court actions. That's what I had wanted to talk about. Multiple court actions and a stunning rebellion against their shared record label. It spawned a song that just won 2 Big 4 Grammys and will almost certainly be performed at the Super Bowl, which it was performed at the Super Bowl. But it wasn't always the case. They were once collaborators on Drake's 2011 track Buried Alive, interlude on Kendrick Lamar's 2012 release Poetic Justice, and on A$AP Rocky's expletive problems. I ain't gonna say the name, problems that same year. So they had been working together, collaborating. It didn't last long. In 2013, the Pulitzer Prize winner, Lamar, he won a Pulitzer Prize. It's crazy. The Pulitzer Prize winner, Lamar, was featured on Big Sean's Control, in which he called out a slew of contemporary rappers, including J. Cole, Meek Mill, ASAP Rocky. And we know oh, by the way, I want to talk about ASAP Rocky as well. Something happened in his trial. ASAP Rocky, Big Sean himself, and Drake. He said, I got love for you all, but I'm trying to murder you, he rapped. I'm trying to make sure your core fans never heard of you. Drake responded in a Billboard cover story saying Kendrick's not murdering me at all in any platform. Lamar took another jab just afterwards at the 2013 BET Hip Hop Awards. The rappers launched occasional disses at each other. In the following years, Drake beefed with other performers, most infamously Pusha T's on 2018, where the latter rapper dropped the story of, what is it added on, revealing Drake is a father. In October of 2023, J. Cole may have accidentally reignited the beef on first-person shooter with Drake. He rapped "Love When They Argue," the hardest MC. Is it K. Dot? Is it Aubrey or May? Referencing Lamar and Drake's birth name, Aubrey Graham. Then just a year ago, it exploded. The feud was in full display during the last Super Bowl, this past Super Bowl on Sunday, when Lamar tapped to perform during the halftime show. It was there when he performed what some critics consider one of the best diss tracks of current times. Now, let me stop right there. The best diss track for me of all time is "The Bridge Is Over" by KRS-One. I never forget when "The Bridge Is Over," man, he was going against MC Shan. Some of you might not remember that. That's that's in my top right there. "The Bridge Is Over," "Ether" by Nas, "No Vaseline" with Ice Cube, and maybe Kendrick Lamar. Maybe I have to give it to him. Now, March 22nd, Lamar disses Drake on Future and Metro Boomin's "Like That." Then on April 13th, Drake Push-Ups leak. Okay, so this is just going in chronological order. On April 24th, Drake responds with a second AI-assisted diss track and pulls in Taylor Swift. This is crazy, right? On April 30th, Lamar hits him back with nearly 6.5-minute track, Euphoria. On May 3rd, Lamar drops a follow-up, 616 in LA. On May 3rd, Drake launches Family Matters. May 4th, Lamar responds with Meet the Grams. I'm about to get to something in a second. On May 4th, less than 24 hours later, Lamar drops Not Like Us. When he dropped Not Like Us, it was over. It was equivalent to, just giving you a historical hip hop perspective, it was equivalent to when KRS-One dropped "The Bridge Is Over." That's how big this was. It was a blow. It was a hit. It was literally a hit. Okay. When it's almost reminiscent of Ether. When Nas dropped Ether, Jay couldn't do anything after that. Talking about Jay-Z. He couldn't do anything after that when Ether was dropped. I'll never forget when Ether was dropped, because everybody thought Nas was over. They thought it was career ending. Jay talked about being with Nas' baby mother, Carmen. He talked about that. People thought it was over. He said something about his child seat in the car. They thought it was over. And then Nas ethered him with Ether. I never forget it. He was on the radio show that night with Funk Flex. And Funk Flex You know how he put the bombs? He dropped the bombs. He kept dropping the bombs. He started screaming. Like, you know how Flex is. He'll ruin a song. He kept stopping the song and screaming, literally. Okay. At that point, I knew Jay wasn't coming back from that. Jay wasn't coming back from that. That's what when Kendrick Lamar dropped Not Like Us, it was just like that. It had the same feel to it. Okay. Now, on May 5th, after Not Like Us came out, Drake softened his blows on The Heart Part 6. May 18th, Not Like Us hits #1. See, it went into the stratosphere, hit #1. On June 19th, a hometown victory lap for Kendrick Lamar. September 9th, Lamar heading to the Super Bowl. November 8th, Lamar racks up Grammy nominations for diss track. On November 25th, Drake's broadens the beef on courts and label. Okay, he's taking it to court now. On May 26th, Drake strikes in court again. January 15th, Drake drops big legal bomb. February 2nd, Lamar wins 5 Grammys, including 2 of the biggest for Not Like Us. February 9th, Lamar performs at the Super Bowl, which was yesterday, the halftime show. Now it's over. That he said after that, it's over now. Like, it's over. We moving on. And it was just like I said, it was just like KRS-One when he dropped the bridges over. When he dropped the bridges over, it was kind of like that. When that bridge is over came out, it was nothing MC Shan and them could do. Okay. When Nas dropped Ether, it was nothing that Jay could do. Sometimes a person just win, with a hit. And it's usually with a hit. Ether was a hit. And Flex just kept playing it and playing it and playing it. It made it even worse the way Flex was carrying on. It just made it worse. And then this right here, Not Like Us. So Drake has legal action. Like if you notice at the Super Bowl when Kendrick Lamar was performing the song, he couldn't mention him being a P word. He couldn't mention it because there's a legal action going on right now. Now, here's the thing. If Drake is not the P word, he might have some action in court with being for libel. He had a whole damn stadium calling him a pedo, man. Whole damn stadium. Well, for those that participated, the stadium was kind of like dry, like because people were just watching. It wasn't jumping like when a Michael Jackson was there, like when a Prince was there. You feel me? It wasn't jumping like that. Let's just get it. Let's just get it together now. Michael shut that thing down. This didn't have the feel of Michael Jackson or Prince. Okay. So I just want to say that right there. Now, if you look at it, rap in the past, when Jay was able to recover from Ether, he was. It just took a minute. He was able to recover. But the only way to cover is to come out with hits. That's it. Yeah, to come out with hits. That's the only way to recover when you get into a beef like that. The only person that didn't recover from a rap feud when LL versus Cannabis. LL destroyed him. Cannabis never came back from that. LL destroyed him. He destroyed him. Okay? The guy from Queens destroyed him, man. Sometimes you don't come back from it. But do Drake have the ability to come back from it? Yes. Drake has got a lot of hits in his catalog. And for me, at my age, to be playing some of Drake's music, that means something. That means he got some hits. For me to be playing it, a part of my riding catalog, because my riding catalog in my car is something of legend. Because I consider myself like a hip hop historian. Okay. I be playing stuff that you probably even remember. You know what I'm saying? One day it just depends on how I feel, depending on what listing I got come up. Like I have an eclectic taste of music. You know, one minute, I could be listening to the rapping dude. Okay. And then the next minute, I could be listening to Parliament and Funkadelic. Then the next minute, I could be listening to the Bee Gees, man. I got my ear is to music, to good music. You know what I'm saying? And um, yeah, so you just never know what I'm listening to from day to day. But that Drake, some of Drake's songs is in my rotation, man. Just depending on how I'm feeling that day. You know what I mean? Yeah, just depending on how I'm feeling. So Drake got some hits. Oh, I got blues, Bobby Blue Bland. So nobody probably know who, but I did a Red Hot Chili Peppers Under the Bridge. That's my joint. Okay. I sing to it in the car. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I could be playing that. It just depends on how I feel. Music is a feeling for me. It's like, it's the universal language. Just depend on how I'm feeling. But Drake can definitely recover from this. He has a hardcore fan base. He could definitely recover from it. All he gotta do now is go out and make a hit. If he go out and make a hit, it's all forgiven. He gonna have to make a monster hit though. He's capable of doing it. So that's all I gotta say about that right there. Um, what's up, Ryan? Yeah, the Chiefs got stomped. They sure did. Yeah, a little bit of Otis Redding. You know what I'm saying? It just depends. A little Nat King Cole. And then when I'm feeling festive in the Christmas mood, I'll be listening to Nat King Cole. Um, one of his songs always like unforgettable. That's what you are. Man, that song right there, man. Yeah. Yeah. It makes you want to be booed up on the holidays, man. That's what it makes. It just makes you want to be booed up on the holidays, man. Unforgettable. That's what you are. He used to like smile when he sang. Man, Nat was the man, yo. I'm just telling you. Nat was the man, yo. Nat King Cole, man. Give it up for Nat King Cole. Rest in peace of Nat King Cole. All right. So Diddy, let's get to that. He always okay, let me show you this. Okay. So you see this right here, right? Pursuant to Rule 41A, 1A, of Federal Rules and Civil Procedure, the plaintiff Jane Doe, by and through her undersigned counsel, hereby gives notice that the above caption action is voluntarily dismissed with prejudice. It said with prejudice, okay, against defendant Bad Boy Records. It should have been without prejudice, but he said with prejudice. Against defendant Bad Boy Records, LLC. The same is acknowledged and agreed by, I guess, the attorney and through its underscored counsel. Okay, so that's against Bad Boy Records. But it didn't say this was dismissed against Sean Combs. So we're going to see what something must be happening behind the scenes. As the attorneys is talking, So something must be happening behind the scenes to get this thing situated. That's what I'm thinking. So again, my opinion is I don't think this is going anywhere eventually. Or maybe I could be wrong, but definitely the company itself has been dismissed. Bad Boy Records. So that's what's going on right there for Puff, for Mr. Puff Daddy. Just a little bit of a side note here. The Good Doctor, one of the best orators and bright minds of this modern times, Dr. Umar Johnson, he predicted the Super Bowl.
I said, fly, RBG, Eagles fly. Patrick Mahomes or Jalen Hurts for $15. Brother Chris, it's all about Jalen Hurts because he got a black queen forever, snow bunny never. I like Patrick Mahomes, but he's bunny hopping. I'm going with number one. I'm going with Jalen Hurts. Fly, RBG, Eagles fly. I said, fly, RBG, Eagles fly. Patrick Mahomes or Jalen Hurts for $15. Brother Chris, it's all about Jalen Hurts because he got a black queen forever, snow bunny never. I like Patrick Mahomes, but he's bunny hopping. I'm going with number one. I'm going with Jalen Hurts. Fly, RBG, Eagles fly. I said fly, RBG, Eagles fly. Patrick Mahomes or Jalen Hurts for $15. Brother Chris, it's all about Jalen Hurts because he got a black queen forever, snow bunny never. I like Patrick Mahomes, but he's...
So that's who he was going with for the Super Bowl because he called him not Jalen Hurts, Jalen Hurts. Okay. I got to show you this other one. These young girls, they got him down good, man. They got him good, man. These girls let me tell you something. These girls got him good. For sure. These girls got him down. When I say down pack, down pack.
Mahomes or Jalen Hurts for $15. Brother Chris, it's all about Jalen Hurts because he got a black queen forever, snow bunny never. I like Patrick Mahomes, but he's bunny hopping. I'm going with number one. I'm going.
Damn, I was on mute. Damn. Look at all this right here. This just popped up. The other stuff popped up. At least one dead after two jets collide on runway at Scottsdale Airport in Arizona. Oh Lord, guys, and then who would name their hotspot? There's a bomb. This is a separate incident, but who would name their hotspot? There's a bomb on board. That's the hotspot name, and they had to They had to alert the authorities. Somebody named their hotspot, their Wi-Fi hotspot on board. There's a bomb on board, and that's trolling on steroids. That's it right here. American Airlines flight delayed after crew alerts authorities to Wi-Fi hotspot involving the word bomb. Guys, we're in very interesting times here, like for real. And pray for this brother right here. Lord have mercy. That's workman's comp. That's workman's comp right there. I wouldn't have got up. If this happened to me, I wouldn't have got up, man. I wouldn't have got up. I know I wouldn't have got up. I not that I'm acting. Not that I'm acting. I would have been seriously hurt. My lower back, my ankle, my hand. What else is hurting, guys? His ankle, his lower back, his hand. His hand is probably broken, or his elbow guy. Yeah, that's workman's comp right there. How did that happen? Yo, the dude right there, that's diabolical. That dude right there, he ain't even look up for his boy, yo. Woo, that hurts. Guys, he fell all the way off the plane. Yeah, he got good money for this, for sure. Okay? He got good money for it. And by the way, that lady that was trolling in Pakistan, she's supposed to be home by now. I know she was trying to get home. I still don't understand that situation. Like, how the hell she out there trolling in Pakistan, man? Talking about she was supposed to go out there and get married. Last time she might be in Dubai. I know somebody said she probably in Dubai. Let me go back to these young ladies, man, on Dr. Umar. They are hilarious. They got Dr. Umar good. He said, Black queens forever, snow bunnies never.
Mahomes or Jalen Hurts for $15. Brother Chris, it's all about Jalen Hurts because he got a black queen forever, snow bunny never. I like Patrick Mahomes, but he's bunny hopping. I'm going with number one. I'm going with Jalen Hurts. Fly, RBG Eagles fly. I said fly, RBG.
Yo, they even had it down to when he moved his hat. Remember when he moved his hat? I like Jalen Hurts. Remember how he moved his hat? They even did that. These girls is good, man.
Eagles fly. Patrick Mahomes or Jalen Hurts for $15. Brother Chris, it's all about Jalen Hurts because he got a black queen forever, snow bunny never. I like Patrick Mahomes, but he's bunny hopping. I'm going with number one. I'm going with Jalen Hurts. Fly, RBG Eagles fly. I said fly, RBG Eagles fly. Patrick Mahomes or Jalen Hurts for $15. Brother Chris, it's all about Jalen Hurts because he got a black queen forever, snow bunny never. I like Patrick Mahomes, but he's bunny hopping. I'm going with number one. I'm going with Jalen Hurts. Fly, RBG Eagles fly.
He said Jalen Hurts. He going with Jalen, not Jalen Hurts, Jalen. He messed his name up, Jalen. He said, and look, Umar is a vlogger. He talks about, it's not a subject that he can't talk about. He knows about everything. He keeps his ear to everything. He said, who am I going with for the Super Bowl? He said, I like Patrick Mahomes, but he's bunny hopping. He said, I like brother Patrick Mahomes. He said, but he's bunny hopping. So Umar predicted it. He predicted the Super Bowl, man. He did. I gotta play it one more time. These girls are hilarious.
I said fly. RBG Eagles fly. Patrick Mahomes or Jalen Hurts.
Watch how they do the hat just like him. How he pull his hat down.
For $15. Brother Chris, it's all about Jalen Hurts because he got a black queen forever, snow bunny never. I like Patrick Mahomes, but he's bunny hopping. I'm going with number one. I'm going with Jalen Hurts. Fly, RBG Eagles fly. I said fly,
RBG Eagles fly. That's it. Umar predicted the Super Bowl. It was because of Umar, Ryan. Dr. Umar, he predicted it. Okay, but he likes Patrick Mahomes. He like brother Patrick. He like him. And this is the video they got.
Bunny hopping. I'm going with number one. I'm going with Jalen Hurts. Fly, RBG Eagles fly. I said fly, RBG Eagles fly. Patrick Mahomes or Jalen Hurts for $15. Brother Chris, it's all about Jalen Hurts because he got a black queen forever, snow bunny never. I like Patrick Mahomes, but he's bunny hopping. I'm going with number one. I'm going with Jalen Hurts. Fly, RBG Eagles fly.
He going with Jalen. I don't know who Jalen Hurts is. Jalen. He messed his name up. It's Jalen Hurts. He said Jalen. He going with Jalen, okay? Jalen Hurts. Because he got a queen. See, Umar is all in his business for him to know that. So I don't know how he know that, but he know who he dating. Everybody knows who Umar is. He's famous now. Everybody knows him. Everybody know who he is. And they mimic him too. Everybody know who the good doctor is. Dr. Umar Johnson. Okay. Now, let me get to, okay, so Diddy, you know, Brother Love. You know Brother Love. Everybody know who Brother Love is, Diddy. Diddy can't catch a break, y'all. He just getting, now let me see here. Sean Diddy Combs accused a new lawsuit of drugging and R-ing John Doe in 2022. In a new lawsuit filed Monday, Sean Diddy Combs has been accused of assaulting a man in 2022. The alleged victim, filing anonymously through attorney Tony Busby as John Doe, alleged he was drugged and forcibly R-ed by Combs, according to a New York County Supreme Court filing obtained by the News. The alleged incident happened after he was scouted while busking on the streets outside of a popular nightclub in Los Angeles in November 2022. Don't tell me that was the time when he, oh man, because there was some out there clean. Now, they said this guy was they said this guy was a street sweeper, man, a street cleaner, man. Guys, if this is true, let me just continue. Doe, described as a young musician at the time, claims Combs' associate invited him to an exclusive A-list birthday party at a private home where he met the Bad Boy Records founder. Combs supplied Doe with a drink that was allegedly drugged and made numerous promises about helping Doe secure a major recording contract. Doe lawsuit claimed. Incapacitated from the drugs, Doe was forcibly coerced into performing oral before he was R-ed, he alleged. The lawsuit states, because Combs of power and notoriety, and because he was shocked and embarrassed, John Doe did not report what had happened. Okay. And it says Diddy's lawyers deny ridiculous claims. And they reached out. So he claims that This is a new one. Like I said, he met Combs, and he said that, he was invited back to an exclusive A-list party at a house, and things transpired allegedly. Okay. Now, let me just say this. If all this is true, he up there with Jeffrey Dahmer, man. Like, for real. I'm not even trying to be funny. He up there with Jeffrey Dahmer. He's up there with Richard Ramirez, the Night Stalker. Okay. He's up there with Ted Bundy. He's up there with the son of Sam, David Berkowitz. He's built from their cloth. I mean, if this is the case, like, they making him out to be the number one predator out there, man. If this is the case. Listen, I can, now let me just say this. Well, anybody, like, let's say if I had a party, right? I invited you all, we know each other on here, we have conversations all the time. And we meet up in the city, and I say, listen, guys, Mother Bird and Maggie and Love A Scorpio, TL Orca, Mother Bird, Christy, and everybody else. Like, look, y'all come on to the party. Now, listen, y'all got to sign non-disclosures now. Now, all of a sudden, y'all like, why I got to sign a non-disclosure, Max? Before you come into the party, you know what I'm saying? You got to sign a non-disclosure, okay? You got to sign, and then you got to drink this here drink. What y'all gonna think? Y'all gonna think I'm on some other type of time. Y'all go, Malik, you gonna be like, what type of time Max on, man? First of all, we gotta, and your cell phones gotta stay at the door. Okay. You can't bring your cell phones in, no pictures. Okay. And you gotta sign this non-disclosure, and you gotta drink this here drink. You guys gonna be like, no. You're gonna be like, man, this dude, damn, you know what y'all gonna be like, damn, I know afterwards. I'm like, y'all might meet up afterwards, right? Without me. Like, damn, I ain't know Max give it up like that. Like, damn, like he's on some other type of time. So, but if this did happen, I understand why people took the drink, because they didn't think nothing was gonna be in the drink. They had an exclusive A-list party. And next thing you know, you had a drink and things happen. Now, for men, they might be more prone not to say anything out of embarrassment. You know what I mean? You went there to party, not to party. Okay. So he met him on the street. And he wanted to come back to the party. It goes back to that video. Remember, he said, change your vibration. Yo, why don't you come to the after party and change your vibration? Is he really trying to steal my energy right now? It's on Halloween. Don't you want love? Why you got a problem with me, God? It's like, I don't play that thing so much. I know about heart. Yeah, some people could be, thank you, Ryan, for giving us a like. Yeah, please give us a like, guys. Please, take this time right now, because your likes, let me tell y'all something real quick. Them likes y'all gave me one of them lives, that helped. It did. It helped tremendously. So at this time, we're going to take a brief intermission and pass the collection plate around. The collection plate is the like button. You got a like, all you got to do is hit it. You ain't got to donate. You just got to press that like button, please. Yes, indeed. We're in a brief intermission right now. And we're going to have the benediction. Okay. I could have easily been a preacher. I really can. Guys, my blessings to you today. Before we get into the minutes of the day, you guys, tithes are due. Hey, some of you haven't been tithing. You got to give your 10% to God, just to let you know. Okay, Malik, give your 10% to God, and we're going to pass that collection plate around. Okay. You gotta donate to the ministry. Okay. Because I'm down like 4 flat tires on the Cadillac. Okay. I'm always here putting some paint where it ain't. You know what I'm saying? I'm back one more time for the March of Dimes. Yes, indeed. One more time for the March of Dimes. I'm clean as the board of health. Y'all know I am. Hit that like button. Yes, indeed. Ashe. The like button is going around right now, folks. Okay. TL Orca, did you hit the like button? Malik, how about you? That it's going around. Y'all got a tithe right now. Tithing is with that like button. Even y'all in the bushes. Yes, indeed. You guys in the bushes, please give a brother a like. That will be greatly appreciated. Now we're going to go on to the benediction. We're going to have Brother Malik come up and give us the minutes and different things like that. And then we're going to have T.O. Orca come out and give us a report on the building fund. Yes, indeed. Because, you know, every church got a building fund. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to go ahead and count that money up. And if it's right, you're going to get all the blessings today. All of you. Yes, indeed. Amen. Can I get amen? Amen. Amen. And I got my sweat rag. You know, a good preacher got a sweat rag. Got to have your sweat rag. Okay. And the blessings ain't free, folks. The blessings are not free. If you want to get blessed and ultimately get to the kingdom of God, you're going to have to go ahead and hit that like button. Ashe. And let's move on. So, like I said with Diddy, this whole situation, it sounds similar. Go to a party, you get handed a drink, and the next thing you don't know what you're doing. That right there is scary. You know what I mean? So they making him out to be a Fleece Johnson. If anybody don't know who the great Fleece Johnson is, it was on a lockup special. They called him the Booty Warrior. He said booty was more important than drinking water. He said even water. He said booty. He said booty was more important than drinking water. But yeah, man, it's crazy out here. Yes, indeed. But we're gonna continue back with the ministry today. Um, did you you said hola, good eve, Kane dog? Did you go ahead and break yourself with that like button? Did you hit the like button, Kane, as you come on in? When you come on in, wipe your feet off at the door and go ahead and hit that like. Now, like I said, these cases just keep coming and these civil, it's crazy. And all these people, you know, the ultimate judgment is money. That's how you solve this in civil court. They want some money. So that's where we at with it. Yep, that's definitely where we're at with it right now. And there's going to be so many cases out. I can't check them all. It'll be a whole day looking on Pacer for these updates. It's crazy. He Diddy. I remember we used to just call him Puffy. He just known as Puffy to me. Puff or Puff or Puff. Puff or Puffy. But that's what they saying right here. They got Brother Puffy looking like he's a straight up the world's #1 predator. You know? So I don't know, man. That's the latest on Mr. Diddy. Now, like I said, the civil matters, things got to be ironed out to figure out where they go from here. But Bad Boy Records would drop from that civil lawsuit. So maybe his lawyers are working overtime, and we'll see. It's pretty much all I have on Diddy. Let's see what we got here. You know, I changed my sleeping schedule. Remember I telling you guys I had a problem sleeping? I had a problem sleeping. So for the past few days, I was going to bed early because I got to get up early. So I said, let me go to bed early. Guys, do you realize I'm on that schedule right now? Like man, I just can't just wait to lay down. It's crazy how your body adapts to the time. But Diddy got nothing but time on his hands, man. yeah, nothing but time on his hands, man, and it's crazy. I don't know what to tell you, but that's Diddy. Uh, yep. So that's Diddy, man. Um, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to think of it, but definitely a case where people will be more prone to believe it because there's so many other cases out there. I don't know, man. Said Ryan Diddy fried chicken. You mean he cooked like a rotisserie chicken on the 4th of July? All right, this gentleman here you see, let me show you. That's Big Meech. They call me Big Meech or Larry Hoover. That's what the rapper Rick Ross made a song about him. You think I'm Big Meech? Well, I'm Larry Hoover. You know, like that. He made a song about Big Meech. So Big Meech is considered, they're trying to say that he's telling, like through a third party. So let me hear what this guy got to say here.
Off the street, nigga.
I never folded, never told.
You
never
told
did.
Tammy to tell, bitch.
That's before the sign, always with me. So I'm doing this for my loved ones and the support of my friends and family.
Y'all gonna be disappointed when Lil Baby don't show up? When Skilla don't show up? When Vizzo don't show up? And all these motherfuckers don't show up?
I wasn't going to address this.
Man, this nigga reading drops, man. Look at you reading this shit.
But I never folded, never told, never will. Death before the sign, always with me. So I'm doing this for my loved ones and the support of my friends and family. Come out to the Amaran Arena.
He can't even go.
He said he never fold, he never told. So the story going on that somebody that he was affiliated with, a young lady he was affiliated with, was telling. So he said he never fold, he never told. So you got to move on. So that's Big Meech. Founder of BMF, Black Mafia family. He was part of the Black Mafia. They call him the Black Mafia. He was like the John Gotti of it. And I don't know what to think of it. I don't know how true it is, but people are vlogging on it. You know, different things like that. So I don't know what to think of it, but we'll see how this transpires. But he acknowledged it, though. It's the first time that he really, because he's just getting his bearings back because he's been in prison for so long. So he's just getting reacclimated to society. But yeah, 50 Cent was saying some stuff about him. He said he never fold, he never told. Okay, that's Big Meech, the co-founder of BMF, the Black Mafia family. So, moving right along. Yeah, so like I said, Tony Busby has been very busy here, but he did file for that voluntary dismissal against Bad Boy. So we're gonna see what, like I said, some people think is going to a jury trial. I said I don't think so. I don't know why. I just have a feeling. I don't know, but it can, you know. So I don't know what to say, man, about that. You said you heard it was a great halftime. Yeah, that's the only thing I saw really is the halftime. It's pretty good. President Trump was there at the Super Bowl, and he got a lot of praise when he was there. People were cheering him on. You know, like that. Yeah, man. So I don't know. I don't know what to think of this. Can't call a man. Some people looking at paperwork, stuff like that, but I'm not getting into that. Yeah, leave this one alone. I don't think you don't. A lot of people saying that they don't think they're going to get Puff a deal. They don't think so. A lot of people think that way, Ryan. Oh, give me 1 second. I mean, the rapper 50 Cent even made a song about him. I think I'm Big Meech, Larry Hoover. I think I'm Big Meech. You even said his name. I think I'm Big Meech. But that's Big Meech, man. You don't think they offered him a deal? P. Diddy, a.k.a. Puffy, a.k.a. Diddy, a.k.a. Brother Love, or a.k.a. Love. You don't think they giving Love a deal? Damn, a deal, 25? No, I think it'd be less than that. It'd be 10. A 10 flat. 10 flat. Or everything else drop and he cop out to the gun charges. Or they could drop it and he cop out to some lesser crime. Lesser charge. It happens all the time. People cop out. Happens all the time. Just when you think it's about to go to trial, they cop out. It's why, it's a risk with the jury. But if you feel like the case is weak, then go for it. That's what ASAP Rocky is doing. However, let's get into speaking of ASAP.
That site is 15 Calap Court, 1197. In this case, the court completely precluded defense witnesses, a defense witness, because here, I'm going to quote from the case. Here, because the testimony was allegedly exculpatory, the trial court refused to believe defense counsel did not seriously consider calling the witness until moments before he did. Even if withholding the identity of the witness was not willful, lesser sanctions would not have been adequate. Immediate disclosure or contempt of counsel would have been insufficient because the people would not have had a meaningful opportunity to rebut or impeach the statement. Similarly, a continuance would have been inadequate because the declarant's whereabouts were unknown, and thus her unavailability precluded the people from cross-examining her. The people would have been unduly prejudiced by admitting the testimony without an opportunity for cross-examination, and the integrity of the adversary process would have been compromised, as parties with little to lose would be encouraged to not comply with pre-trial discovery rules. The court did not abuse its discretion in precluding the testimony. And this is what the court in Jackson also ruled. Rather than comply with reciprocal discovery rules by giving the people the name of the witness and the proposed testimony, he chose to surprise the people with a statement at trial, admitting such potentially unreliable evidence, untested by cross-examination, would not only have prejudiced the people's case, but would have undermined the discovery process. So the situation we have is not quite like Jackson, but it approaches Jackson. I believe that under Jackson, I would have had the authority to preclude Mr. Levin from giving any testimony about this recently discovered evidence, or this information that was recently turned over to the police about him taking possession of the prop gun and what he did with it. If I did that, however, the defense case would be prejudiced. But then I'm also concerned about prejudice to the people, because this came late in the game. So this is the way I thought it could be remedied, so that neither side is prejudiced and both sides can fully present their case. Before Mr. Levin takes the stand, I required that he agree to a complete interview by the prosecution, and I understand that happened.
Yes, after initially refusing to speak with us. He spoke to us a few moments ago.
I also required that the person who took possession of the gun, the director in New York, that he be interviewed on tape by the people. And if Mr. Levin testifies to anything that is inconsistent with any prior statements he made to this person in New York, that the tape can be played to impeach Mr. Levin's testimony, if there is any. So that's the way we're going to remedy to ensure both sides are treated fairly, neither side is prejudiced, both sides.
See, basically in trials, there are no surprises at trial. Occasionally there are surprises. They'll have new evidence they would like to submit, but they got to be a hearing over it first. They got to do interviews. See, I told you guys they have to address that prop gun situation. I don't think they like how the jury's reacting. I don't think they like the jury's face. So they probably made a decision like, look, we got to come up with something with this prop gun because we don't have it. They may think it's real, because I think it's real. I think he had a real one. However, there's doubt there. But he kind of do look like Donald Sutherland. He does. But yeah, so they have to address that prop gun. So they have to come up with something, because we don't know how the jury's reacting. They could be under the impression that it's real. And I don't know what kind of facial expressions they're giving, but they had to come up with something. So now here we go with the prop gun. I gave the prop gun to such and such.
Get to fully present their case. Now, I understand, Mr. Lewin, you interviewed Mr. Levin for a period of time, and you said some additional information has come forward that you did not have on Friday, which relates to the witness on the stand now?
Yeah, yes, Your Honor. Both from, it's going to be important. I don't want to disclose it, but I can tell you that based on what we're being told now, there are going to be questions I'm going to have to ask of the correct witness on the stand. With that in mind, I'm asking the court for an additional 30 minutes. I understand the court is given 90. I'm going to ask for an additional 30 minutes. I can promise the court I will finish during that time.
All right, is this information that you did not have on Friday while you were cross-examining the witness?
Yes, that is correct.
So when did you discover this additional information?
Well, I discovered it in speaking to the individual, just so it's clear, when they turned over the information last night, they still did not identify who the person was. And the court ordered that if you turned over this morning, they didn't immediately turn it over. I found out who the person was sometime around 8:30 this morning, and we were able to call him and we interviewed that individual.
Did his identity and contact information come from someone?
Yeah, you can carry, but there's a lot of restrictions out there, though.
The defense?
Yes, so eventually they supplied it. I sent a very nasty email explaining to them that I wasn't asking for it, the judge ordered it, and they better turn it over. And they finally turned it over. All right, they interviewed him this morning. We then interviewed Mr. Levin, and there are, as a result of those two interviews, there are some issues that I now.
All right, okay. I had said Friday, 90 minutes, and that was in stone, 90 minutes. However, because of the new information, we'll get the additional 30 minutes.
We appreciate it.
So it's a total of 2 hours and not 121 minutes, 120 minutes.
Well, you did say earlier you would let my co-counsel have the clock.
Yeah, I don't care who times it, but
You were a little quick on what you're on.
so it's going to be 2 hours from the time he takes to stand.
Yes.
I just want to remind everybody at council table, CCP 177 still applies. I'm not going to tolerate any speaking objections, arguing with the witness, arguing with each other, snide comments made to each other, and arguing with the decision of mine. That still remains in full force and effect. All right, let's bring in the jury.
Your Honor, there's one last thing that we need to put on the record. One, regarding the court's last comment, we just want to make sure we have to get into the grounds because we cannot respond if we don't get grounds. Court's ordered it, so
The defense is well aware.
Okay.
If there's an objection,
Yeah, they're both sides are trying to address this prop gun situation because if this man said on the stand, yeah, this prop gun was given to such and such. The prosecutor's like, well, I didn't know that. You guys are this is new information. So yeah, that can make or break the case here. So they have to address that. And also, we don't know what the jury is thinking. This is still a gamble for Rocky, even though I think he should come home. I mean, he's out on bail, but I don't think there will be a conviction here. But again, I'm not the jury, and I don't know what's on their mind. They could be thinking that it was real. And they could be thinking that all of them are lying and that they have to piece it together themselves. So I don't think any of the people that's involved in this situation, they all seem like to me that they were lying on the stand, even ASAP 12. But if it was a prop gun, there is doubt there. So me personally, I wouldn't be able to put him away for 20 years. I would have to say not guilty. However, this prosecutor that's talking, he ain't no joke. He will find a way. He will put some paint where it ain't. And it's a very risky case dealing with him. Because he don't take no for an answer. He will make you answer him, all types of stuff. So now the judge have to tell him, like, look, I'm giving you this amount of time to question him. But, he said he has to go over 30 minutes. So it's going to be a long cross-examination. So it's probably already happened already, but this is from earlier. I didn't watch everything today, but yeah, that prop gun situation is a situation. They need, if they can't produce the prop gun, where is it? And why didn't the authorities get it? Because if that's all he had was a prop gun, maybe he panicked. Because if that's all he had was a prop gun, he probably didn't know. He probably thought he was facing time. No, he probably was. He would have got a slap on the wrist because it's not real. It wasn't a real gun. But maybe he didn't know that. I think they ditched it. Now, the guy did say that was on the stand. I believe it was 12. When he was shooting it to the ground, it was like a warning shot. But the reason why he could have been shooting towards the ground is because it wasn't real. And he wanted to do it to scare him. So that could be a possibility as well. Why he pointed to the ground and shot or whatever. Why would you come out there with a prop gun? I don't know. I don't know why you would come out there with a prop gun. But it also makes sense why they couldn't find the shell casings. Because when he pointed at the ground, them shell casings could have went somewhere else. Well, no, not necessarily. The shell casings are spent from the gun, from the rotation of the barrel. They would have dropped in place. They wouldn't have dropped too far. So I don't know how he recovered them shell casings and the police wasn't able to do it. So I don't know. That is that's a mystery. So we're gonna have to wait and see. So that is Mr. But somebody else was let me see. Somebody else was playing something earlier.
After I finish the summary, I don't want any, at least now, I don't want any comments from anybody. I just want to summarize this. After I summarize the situation, then a defense witness, Mr. Levin, are treated fairly, neither.
And last comment.
In New York, which means the prop gun does exist and Rocky did take it, which he was going to testify to. So the prosecutor's saying this is late discovery. We don't like it. Why is this being allowed? So what's going to happen is now, because Louis Levin initially during preliminary hearings, he said, I don't want to be interviewed by the state. I don't like them. I don't rock with them. So I don't want to have any contact with him. Now the judge is saying, all right, now Louis Levin, he will have to do an interview with the prosecution. Also, John Lewin is going to get an additional 30 minutes to ask questions today. I know y'all are excited about that. And then moving forward, Louis Levin can testify about the whereabouts of the gun. And they're actually going to allow the additional witness to come on the stand and talk about where the gun possibly could be, maybe give more information about the prop gun, how it works, how it's used, maybe not show the exact prop gun.
You see, I had played that. So they're coming up with a play here. Could be risky. I think they're looking at that jury because they do have people on the team that studies the jury. I don't think they like how the jury is looking. I can't get into why I'm saying that. I don't think they like how the jury's looking. So they need to come up with a play for that prop gun to satisfy the jury minds that it was a prop gun. I believe they believe they having the same thoughts as me. That was real. And if they do think that, he getting convicted. They're gonna come back guilty on all charges. So that's why they have his lawyer putting together a play. Like, look, but here's the thing: if I was a juror, this is what I'm thinking right now. Why didn't you produce the prop gun in the beginning? Why are you waiting now? But I will give them the benefit of the doubt to hear their case and see. But yes, they could be listening to what I'm saying. I'm telling you, they be listening to these videos, man. I know for a fact. And they probably like, well, damn, he's looking at this and he's not satisfied with the prop gun situation. I'm not. But what I'm saying is, I don't think that's enough for me to convict him, though, because there is doubt there. And I don't. Now, getting back to ASAP Rocky, do I think this was a money grab? Yes. He's like 35, something like that, Mother Bird. Could it have been possible that he was shooting towards the ground because it was a prop gun and he wanted to scare him? Yes. But for me, that's just like charges that don't require that much jail time. If he had produced a prop gun, I could see him doing like community service or fines or something. It wouldn't be a trial. So right now, I do have a little doubt. The reason why I have doubt is because I don't think ASAP Rocky was telling all the truth. But we do have the video, though, and it did clearly show him pointing that gun and firing. It showed it. It showed it. Even though it wasn't really a good video, but it showed it. If that's all he had was a prop gun, he should have gave it to him. Like, look, yeah, I had a prop gun. And we wouldn't be here now listening to this trial. Yeah, the prop gun can do what it's meant to do, scare you, because it looked like a real gun. But you know, you can get charged for pointing it at close range and shooting somebody because you can actually hurt them doing that. So I understand why they want to address this prop gun situation and add new evidence in to assure the jury that that wasn't a real gun. So yeah, props to his lawyer. He has a really good lawyer. Props to him. But Mr. Lewin, like, wait a minute, the prosecutor, John Lewin, he like, wait a minute, I didn't know about this. I didn't know that the prop gun was given to somebody else. Now I have to interview him. So I see where both sides are coming from here. So yeah, see, Mother Bird, you saying it was probably real. See, that's a problem that you said that. That's the problem, Mother Bird, for you to say it was probably real. But is that enough for you to convict him, though? That's my next question to anybody. Is that enough to convict him, though? I have to know it was real, even though I think it is. I think it was. Yeah, unlawful discharge, even if it's a prop gun, but he wouldn't have had a trial, though. He wouldn't have had a trial for that. Yeah, they're all lying. That's why I believe he had the gun. And then he yelled at in court saying, don't say. So that's not good either. And his lawyers didn't tell him to do that. He shouldn't have done that. He got to understand something. His life is on the line here. He don't know what they're thinking. That's why I believe they're trying to introduce this new evidence with this prop gun, because they need to assure it to the jury, folks, that it was a prop gun. Remember, I said that. They need to assure this jury, listen, it was a prop gun. Even though we don't have it, here's what we have in regarding the prop gun. They have to do that. They have to. Even the judge in the beginning of the case, he was like, where's the gun? Do y'all have the prop gun? Where is it? It ain't nowhere to be found, because if you had a prop gun, you're not going to get in that much trouble. If you had a prop gun, you'll get a charge, but you ain't facing no 20 years. You're going to face some fines, and you might get sued or might whatever. He could still, did you know if it's a prop gun, he still could sue Rocky? He could say it's pain and suffering because he thought it was a real gun and it messed his psyche up. He could still sue him. Now, here's the thing. Here's a game changer. This would have been a game changer in this case if ASAP Relly, if he handled himself better on the stand. Then I would have given the state a really good chance. If he would just been like truthful on the stand, like, yeah, I did say that, I said this, I said that, yeah. If he was truthful, then even though I'm still thinking it's a money grab, but it was an opportunity. See, some people out here, they look for an opportunity. So the opportunity came. He intimidated him with the gun. He scraped his hand. Now I want millions of dollars. But he's not going to say if Rocky, even Relly is not saying it, that it was a real, he's not going to say it. No, he did say it was a real gun because he got the shell casings. This is a gamble here. This is a gamble case. It is. Because what we were saying in the beginning, remember, why did this even go to trial? Why don't they throw this case out? You know, no, they're not throwing it out because the prosecutors believe he had a real gun. They believe that. And they're not going to let it go. They're going to take this all the way to the box. They're going to take it to the jury and let the jury decide. But this guy, John Lewin, he ain't nothing to play with. You can't just throw stuff his way like that without him contesting it. So it's going to be a gamble. And like I said, we're going to see what the jury thinks. But I promise you, they probably looking at that jury. They don't like how they're looking. They trust me. The deliberation is gonna take a minute. They want to be assured before they say guilty. Was that a real gun? Because they do have the video. Now, I can't remember from watching the video. Did you see any smoke come from the gun? The video was kind of grainy, but maybe one of the jurors saw it. I don't know. So theoretically, so far, I'm thinking he should be not guilty on all charges. However, they bringing in that prop gun situation. That means that they're worried. They gotta, like I said again, they gotta ease the jury mind to say it was a prop gun. Very risky case, folks. Very risky case. Very extremely. But we'll see. Like I said, he has a really good lawyer, so we'll see what they come up with. But I don't know, man. What's going on, Bill? Just wrapping up, Bill. We have to take it over to Discord. Brother gotta lay down. I gotta lay down. But crazy situation, folks. It do seem like the industry has turned on each other. It's a whole lot coming out. But Rocky still has a chance, though. He has a chance. Okay. He has a chance because I tell you, to be honest with you, if I'm a juror, I'm like, look, guys, if I was the jury foreperson, right, I would say just write on a note, don't write your name. I have a question for you. Do you think the gun was real? Don't write your name, just pass it forward. And then we'll take a poll. And if the majority thinks that gun is real, he is in serious problems. But if half the room say they're not sure, well, guess what? That goes for ASAP Rocky because there's doubt there. I can't convict somebody and I got doubt in my mind. You have to convict somebody beyond reason. You have to find them guilty beyond reasonable doubt. And it has to be unanimous. So I can't put him away for 20 years. And I'm not sure, even though I think the gun was real, but I think though. It's not that I know, I think. So I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt there. Yeah, man, very crazy case, man. Very crazy case. Yep. But anyway, let's see what else we have. No updates on the criminal situation. I checked today. There's no other activity since the last activity for his criminal part of the situation. But, you know, we'll definitely see, man. We'll definitely see, folks. But, folks, I'm signing off. And we'll go over to Discord for a little bit. And that's it. Thank you for joining. Please give us a like. That'd be greatly appreciated. And yeah, catch you guys on the next one. Y'all have a good night. Thanks for joining. All right, y'all.